What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the DX Gamer Show and my SimCity Let's Play for Thursday, April 18th, 2013. And sorry guys, I was not able to get another episode out for Wednesday, and that was because not only was I really busy, but I managed to get my computer infected with a virus, and I had to reload Windows and reinstall everything, including my video program and SimCity. So my videos may look a little off for the next couple of episodes until I figure out what my current settings were, although I think we'll be okay. And that's pretty much what's what. Ugh. So basically what we're doing right now is we're taking a look around the region and looking for an appropriate place to go ahead and set up our new city. However, I discovered a couple of hiccups along the way, which is definitely going to hinder our future progress, at least for this initial part in the beginning. And that is that we are not only unable to send materials from IndieDX to other GreatWorks projects location in the region, we're also unable to supply a city with a nice initial boost of money. So it's almost like we're starting all over in this initial part, and that's pretty much what you're seeing here. So I went back to Los Wages real quick and tried to send over a couple mil to get started on our brand new city, Riverview. Now, originally I had planned to do a nice little kickback, chill, sleepy town kind of thing, but that's actually not what we're going to do for this first city. The first city is essentially going to be a brand new IndieDX, but I'm not going to go with the whole grid thing this time. I'm actually going to go a little more aesthetic, because we know that we don't need a huge population to supply our place with enough workers to get all the super high-end, high-tech industry stuff out. So we're building the TVs and the processors, and we'll do the same kind of thing to import the oil, and we'll figure out what we need for this next GreatWorks project. I was thinking that I wanted to build the solar array, but we can go ahead and build the international airport, because I'd also like to build a population city, and maybe after we have enough people in the region, we'll take another crack at a casino city, and maybe we'll leave the tourism part out, maybe we'll combine them again, I don't know. But I would like to make a more chill, kickback, sleepy town kind of thing. Maybe that's the one we'll do next. See, we didn't use all the plots of land in our previous 4 block, we only did... So to recap, we did first the IndieDX city, which was the electronic city and was going to be the money supplier for all the future cities of the region, and not only that, was going to be the main supplier for all the products needed to produce the GreatWorks project. Second, we built the University City so that we could research projects and unlock the GreatWorks projects and maybe future upgrades to benefit the future cities. And then finally, the last city, Los Wages, we actually built up a casino tourism city, which was minorly successful. It looked cool, the great dartboard, but in the end we didn't get a lot of things done in that city, and it was pretty much growing to its full potential, and I didn't see any ability to, make it increase any further. So now we've moved on to another plot of land in another location, and basically, like I said, we're starting fresh, and this is going to be another tech industrial city, and pretty much going to be our main moneymaker and supplier for all the future cities. It's not going to be an exact clone of IndieDX, so we're going to try to get this one done instead of in several a week's worth of episodes or whatever. We're going to get this one done really quickly. This is only going to be like a 2 or 3 parter, probably closer to a 3-parter, and then we'll go ahead and do that sleepy town. Now, I had some good suggestions on, taking a look at Google Maps and, just to kind of do something interesting with the roads and that sort of thing, and I'd really like to do that. Right now, with these roads, I'm not doing anything special. I'm trying to do something different than I've done with the other 2 cities, but, it's kind of tough to do, and I've kind of got, like, this whole thing for the circles now, because I think it adds an interesting look to, each element of the city, but I don't want to, like, replicate what I've done before, so I'm just trying some new things. This is completely random, not pre-planned or anything, so hopefully we don't get a total dud and make it look like a, bunch of junk and, collection of roads that just look terrible together. Who knows how this is going to turn out, but we'll just go ahead and get basic stuff started, get our city started, get it up and running, and see how things go along the way. So because I am playing this city in a pretty hardcore rush, I'm probably going to make a bunch of mistakes. Hopefully the end result ends up good and we just get this thing out and running, producing products and being able to export to the possibly airport or solar array. Probably airport. You guys can let me know in the comments, but I'm thinking airport. I think this one's going to be a pretty interesting plot of land. We've got a nice kind of riverbed there on the outskirts, and even though it cuts into our limited space really isn't an important issue in this particular city, as we've seen with IndieDX. In fact, I didn't have to go all grid-like on IndieDX. I didn't even realize that it's completely unnecessary because we had such a low population. And I was surprised we actually got a pretty large population out of lost wages, and I thought that was pretty wasteful on space as well. So we just got to, make sure we leave some nice spots in the corners here so we can place some of the important buildings such as the smelter and all that stuff. Now, this time around, though, we're not going to be mining for the ore. We are going to straight up import the base resources, the coal and ore, and then we're going to smelt them direct. And I just want to, I'm not sure what buildings I'm going to need. I'm assuming that I have a lot of the unlocks. Although I did notice that the processor factory didn't unlock, so maybe over time I'll just get that. If not, no big deal. I can just build a small industry, tech up. We're going to need a basic industry anyways, so we'll go ahead and get that running in a little bit here. Hopefully I get that done this episode, and we're just going to kind of trim up what we've got out so far, and then who knows? Who knows? We're just going to make it good. So another important thing, as always, we're just going to take a look at our wind direction and see where we're going to need to actually place down that initial industry and, just get a good idea of what needs to happen there. What was kind of funny, though, about this initial build is I almost ran myself out of money with just the roads. I was playing it like I had infinite amounts of money and I was getting a surplus from the other cities, but I totally forgot. I'm like, wow, I need to put power here. I need to put, the waste treatment. I need to do all that stuff, and, I didn't even think about it. And that's kind of a bummer that, you've got this big region with all these cities and all this interconnection and stuff, but essentially all you're doing is you're playing one big plot of land with 4 completely separate zones that cannot interact with each other, and I think that sucks. What's the point? I should have just played on a smaller plot of land, but it's all in good fun, I guess. So we, get the opportunity to just work with some different plots of land and try some different things, and move forward with all the stuff that we've learned so far. And hopefully, we'll be able to use that to rapidly develop this city. And hopefully, I don't make too many fail mistakes, which I suspect I will do, as I always do when making things in a rush. We'll just see how that goes. But right now we have to get those basic things that we didn't have to think about in the last 2 cities. So we got our basic power, basic water, and basic waste treatment, which we're pretty much dumping into the water. Boo-hoo. But as soon as possible, we will stop doing that, and we will get our pumping station and waste treatment plant, and it appears some of those things have unlocked, and as you see, I'm getting unlocks as I play. But you also may notice I'm getting some of those beginner things that pop up, and that's because, like I said, my computer totally went down hard Wednesday. I had to reformat, reinstall Windows, reinstall SimCity. I was totally bummed out. Fortunately, I make backups regularly of all my stuff. I've got all the disks for all my programs, so it wasn't too big deal. Although, I did have to crunch hard Wednesday night because I used that time that I was going to make another episode to get out for you guys to get my computer back up running. And then I had to do a little bit this morning, so I'm kind of running a little bit late today to try to get this episode out for you guys Thursday, which obviously makes the point that I'm not going to do a double episode like I actually wanted to Thursday. Maybe we'll get a double episode out for Friday if all goes well. If the YouTube gods allow it, that will happen, I hope. So now that I've worked out my power, water, and waste treatment issue, which is actually not even really worked out at all. I hate that initial pump that just pumps the sewage directly into the ground. Whatever. We're going to go ahead and set up our industry here. Just a basic small industry so I can get those unlocks for the processor facility. Although I really feel that I shouldn't have to do this again, especially the fact that I've got the Metals HQ in IndieDX allowing me to build a smelter factory. Why do I have to build a electronics HQ and do the whole processor thing all over again? I don't know. It's all good though. We're working it out. So I guess that is one advantage to the whole spiel I did a little bit ago about how, you know, they don't really interact. At the very least, you get that. So I mean, it is a little bit interaction, but like you can't do any trading or any money handing or anything stuff like that. Now it'd be nice if you could, maybe if I could drop an airport in this say 4 block and then I had an airport in the other 4 block. It'd be cool if you could trade then. Maybe that's possible. I don't know. I could be completely missing it. And that would be great if that was something that could happen. Or maybe the international airport could connect the 2 regions or whatever. That would be cool too. But, yep, just filling in some industry here, making it, you know, kind of scenic on the riverbed here. That's kind of not good. It would be probably better to put the residential stuff, and you'd assume that would drive property value up really high. But no. We're going to put our industry on the corner here because why not? This is my town after all, and I make the rules. So yeah, if you noticed on the top of the screen during this episode, it's unlocks galore for this episode. Since we got a couple industry buildings down, we just unlocked the coal plant, which we are not going to be placing. We're just going to import because we learned from the last series of episodes from IndieDX that it's actually kind of completely unnecessary. All you do is import and smelt it, and since we've got all that stuff unlocked, that is absolutely perfect. So now that we have the city in kind of a rapid growth mode, we've got to upgrade the pathetic initial utilities. So go ahead and throw, you know, coal power plant in there, which I always like to use for my industrial cities. It's the easiest one to, you know, basically manage versus cost and all that stuff. Basically, it's a big, fat, polluting, dirty power plant, but I'm okay with it because it produces a lot of power, and usually I just use it in this initial city and supply the rest of the region with power. And of course, we no longer need that wind power plant, and this will supply the city with that much needed higher amounts of energy so that the city can grow and we can get out of the city faster and start working on things that I wanted to work on in the first place. But that is pretty much it for this first episode of Riverview. Thank you for watching the DX Gamer Show on my SimCity Let's Play. I'll see you guys Friday. Take care and have a great day.